Well, the first item I see is, will the product integrate hyper-converge with your SAN or create a separate storage silo? I mean, to me, that one is paramount, because what happens is every time you buy another box or a hyper-converged, what you've got is an independent data island. And the truth is, it may serve that purpose for that moment in time, but what are you going to do in the future? And what about sharing that information later? So making it work across the different environments is key. And what DataCore does is brings it all together, allows you to work with a hyper-converged with your existing SAN, cloud, any technology. Another good question here was, will the product allow you to use any hypervisor, or are you locked into a specific one? Again, VMware vSAN is a good example. It works very tightly coupled with VMware. How does your real IT environment look like? Do you have Microsoft systems all over the place? Do you have the Linux systems? How are you using your hypervisors? Do you expect to have a mix? Why would you tie to one? And once you tie to one, aren't you limiting yourself? Will the product allow you to use any x86 hardware, or are you locked in? Again, from a hardware standpoint, I would go much broader than just the CPUs. It's more fundamental. If you buy a particular brand, are you stuck using only their flash device or their disk drives? With DataCore, I really don't care. Mix and match to your heart's content. How does the product scale storage capacity? Is it independent of the compute? Again, one of the ideas of a lot of these hyper-converged is you buy a unit that contains X amount of compute, X amount of storage, X amount of network. That's fine if that meets your needs. But in the real world, often the compute portion may be a small portion. Storage could be gigantic. So why are you buying one size fits all when you can buy to fit your needs? Is flash required or optional? VMware vSAN, the only way they can get performance is you got to load it up with flash. It's expensive. Now, why is that required? You could use DRAM, you could use flash. Again, why cut your choices down when you have the opportunity to buy what you need? How many nodes for a metro cluster? Well, let's get even more basic. How many nodes do you need to do high availability? With DataCore, 2's plenty. And in fact, those are stretchable, so they can span multiple sites and go distances over 100 kilometers. What are the alternatives out there? Everybody else I look at basically requires 3 nodes. They typically also require flash inside and other kinds of requirements. So the cost and the footprint gets pretty heavy on these kind of requirements. Now, when I look at this overall list, what I really see is some pretty basic issues. Number one, how am I tied to the storage? How am I tied to hypervisors? And if I can be independent of that, I just have a lot more choices. What kind of requirements are my minimum requirements to achieve high availability? If I can do it with 2 versus 3, that's cost savings. And that's important to me. And most importantly, am I left out there alone on a separate island? And that's really what a lot of these hyper-converged systems are. They're just another way of saying, buy a separate box and rip and replace it a year later. Where with DataCore, I'm really providing a software layer that says I'm protecting your investments, I'm allowing you to integrate it, and those hyper-converged can tie to your SAN, can tie to the other investments you already have, and I give you a longer life.